Hello, it's Link95, and we're finally back playing something different. This time we're going to play Bonk's Adventure on the... oh god, I already forgot the name of the console. The TurboGrafx. This is going to be the first game I've done This is going to be the first TurboGrafx game I've done videos on. And the TurboGrafx is kind of an interesting system. It was considered the first 16-bit console. Even though it was in actuality just two 8-bit consoles just combined together, which is why the color palette is somewhat weird and limited. But we're not going to talk about the console, we're going to talk about the game itself. Bonk was sort of the mascot for the TurboGrafx. He had 3 games on the TurboGrafx, and then he actually made the Super Nintendo game. There's also a Bonk game on the NES as well, a port of the first game. As you can just see, we just got meat, and with this meat we can stun enemies by doing this. Also, this is on the Wii Virtual Console, and in the Wii Virtual Console they actually added the turbo buttons for the different buttons. So there's a turbo button for the B button, which you just use to turn around mid-air. You also have this headbutting move, but since you have a turbo button for whenever you're flipping, you're like Toast Cat, you can fly forever. Well, almost. This is sort of a broke way you can break the game later on, when it comes to platform sections. The game is separated into different worlds, and each world has 3 levels and a boss. Also, you can juggle enemies for points. That's about all I can think about it. Oh yeah, and there's sometimes when you can climb walls. I'm not sure what specifies this. The food acts as healing items as well as just points. And the smileys will also act as points as well as the healthy refill at the end of each world. Also, pink enemies will drop big slabs of meat, which makes us invincible because Bonk is diabetic. That's the best excuse I can think of. Also, when you're in this state, I'm just breaking the level now. While you're in this form, when you take damage, you don't take from your heart section, but you take from your stat boost you get from eating the meat. Also, now we're obviously on a giant dinosaur, and this game is kind of weird. Not as weird as the Super Nintendo game that got ridiculously weird, but you're gonna see. Okay. What? Lots of foods and points. Bah! We just got eaten by a dinosaur, and yeah, this game is weird. I've said it many times. I'm not even supposed to not even sure what those enemies on the scene are supposed to be. They're at least happy to be here. Underwater you can obviously don't flip, but you have your head butting attack, which does half damage of your ground stomp headbang attack. This level can be somewhat annoying since it's like one of the few water levels in the game. There is a water world, but outside of that, up here there's a secret. A secret 1-up. A secret 1-up. I actually forgot what was up there. I didn't even know about this until my test recording, I did like 5 minutes ago. Just playing through the first world to see if everything worked properly. I'm not even sure what half the stuff that's supposed to be in here is. Like these. Are those worms? That's the only thing I could think of. Also, I died here like an idiot last time. Let's see if I can avoid doing that this time. And we're at the end, and we all know what this brown stuff's supposed to be. Health, and then we realize that the dinosaur is partly made out of rock. Why did you go through the dinosaur again? Into the boss! Why did I have... Why did I have elevators back in these days? I don't know. Anyway, this boss is ridiculously easy. Because his only way of attacking are those snot bulbs that come out. But you can juggle him, or you can juggle on him, or be juggled. And that's it. Like I said, a ridiculously easy boss. And... is he wagging his tail like a dinosaur? Gee whiz. Did I mention that this game is from the early 90s? Oh god. I think there's a severe difference between friend and dog dinosaur. As you can see, there's all the smiles you collected throughout the world. And now we're moving on to the next world. Incredible! It's certainly completely different last time. I got fewer points, but then it said mind-blowing. Begin 2 round. Not round 2, just 2 round. This is a desert world. This is also the first world I can think of that has bonus stages. Cactuses are invincible, and these dinosaurs bother me. I don't know, it's probably the glasses, but... yeah. I don't know. Yeah, these red flowers can sometimes be enemies like that one, or they usually drop food, which heals, like I said earlier. Yellow are primarily bouncing platforms. And the orange ones contain meat. Yeah, this game reminds me a lot of Adventure Island, and for good reason, because this was made by the same company that made Adventure Island. I find that kind of funny. Hudson Soft, which doesn't exist anymore, which is kind of sad. They're like, I've heard that majority of the employees went to Konami. Also, this is a bonus room, as you just found here. Feed yourself with bonus food. I'm so gonna fail at this. Ready? No, not really, but let's do it anyways. I told I was gonna fail. I was expecting to fail that hard, but okay. Oh, did it reset my power up? That's nice. No. Coolosauruses! You can even see the moon from here. I find that to be kind of cool. Oh! Pig dinosaur, give me your meat! Or... is that supposed to be a dinosaur? I don't know. Bonk's like the only human I can think of in the entire game. And I don't care for the smiley faces because they're just points, unless there's something severely I'm missing. Oh yeah, beyond the point that points also give you 1-ups after a while. Platforming section, what's that? I told you the turbo button was broken. And then we have... oh yeah, I think this is the first level in the game that blah 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 blah. No, that has a health expansion. Either that or in the next level. Also, if you stand on the waterfall for too long, you start falling through it. Like that. Oh, slab of meat, gimme. I need to cure my diabetics. And yeah, there's a lot of invincibility items to get in this level. Or in this game in general, I mean. I think that's actually the first time I've seen one of the monsters actually drop me... ow. Drop, a full heart. Either that or I'm not seriously not following attention with the game. Okay, let me do some platforming and finish off the level. That was ridiculously easy. Okay, this isn't the first level that has a health expansion. This is like one of the bigger levels that has like in the form of how many secrets they have. Also, obviously yeah, like I was going to say, the green water is obviously acidic. Also, I find these sections when you're supposed to jump through small gaps to be sort of annoying to platform. But those are dinosaurs! The game pretends they are, but they're not dinosaurs. That's like one of the most simple, or not simple, least complex lives that you ever had on the Earth. Oh wait, I have 4 lives now. Oh yeah, because I got 10,000 points. That makes sense. Okay, so there are more than 4 levels each world. Okay, I just don't remember. Also in the background you can see the final level. I love it when games do that. At least all games, where you have the final destination in the background of an early level. We just killed all her babies. Child murderer. Not that I care. Whee! Hard. But yeah, Castlevania 1 did it, like, when they had the Dracula's Castle in the background of level 3. I just generally love it when games do that sort of things. I said in my Earthworm Jim video, but people don't make video game backgrounds nowadays like they used to. It's weird. Usually because so many people, like, when they see something in the background, they expect it to be something you can explore. Which is not a bad thing. I love it even more when games do it like that, but that is exactly what this game did. Like, you see it in the background, you're going to go there. Like, the amount of depth. I can't even say that word properly. Depth people had in such simple things as backgrounds back in the day. It probably sounds like I keep talking about how gaming back in the old days was always so much better. But seriously, in a majority of ways, gaming nowadays is so much better than it used to be in the back in the old days. Obviously gaming today is still flawed, and people I have whining, or jumping from vine to vine. This is sort of annoying to me. But people that say you shouldn't complain about how gaming is nowadays because it was much worse back in the day, those people, that's not a good excuse for not complaining. If there's something wrong, you complain. Sure, people complain about stupid shit, but sometimes they actually complain about things that's actually right to complain about. Like Diablo 3, how Blizzard wasn't able to have enough servers for players. That Blizzard servers wasn't enough to handle all the people that wanted to play it. You're fully in position to complain about that. I know some people complain something about Portal 2, something really dumb. I can't remember on top of my head what it was though, but okay, what sea monster is oddly shaped enough for these bumps to just be sticking out of nowhere? Also, those frogs creep me out, like the eyes they bother me. Oh, wait, is that the same guy? For him to come up. I think I now know where New Super Mario Brothers got their one level design from in World 4. It's from this game. My god, Nintendo not being original, blah 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 blah. I just love how sly that little, or not that little, that big ass eel looks. I'm just cheating through so much of the level just because the fact that this game actually came with a turbo button. Like, at least on the Wii Classic controller, at least. I'm surprised more games on the Wii Shop didn't do that. Also, I love how weird Bonk looks whenever he climbs something. It's his face. Like, he goes from being, like, nonchalant or, like, oh, happy, and then he looks, like, so incredibly vicious. Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna die here. That would be bad. Yep, that's bad. Also, one thing about this game. You revive the exact same spot where you died. Granted, I don't remember if there's even continues in this game. Probably is, I'm just stupid. Also, if you couldn't tell, these guys throw their axes at you. This game's the equivalent of a Hammer Brother, I guess. Every game rips off each other, and every game is a rip-off. Oh yeah, you can also repel off the axis by using your head. Also, I would, even though one thing I actually thought first time playing this game was that, or I was expecting was, I thought that attacking was going to be awkward since you have to jump and then push the button to prepare your attack. And that was something I thought was going to be annoying at first, but it actually was surprising. It felt surprisingly natural. Even though a lot of other games just have like you jump and that's it. You just jump. There's no need. There's no need to push another button. So I don't like this. I'm gonna guess it's a dinosaur. Has an egg on it, and dinosaurs came from eggs like birds. Also, I've heard that then it's like people saying that dinosaurs are like the direct, or birds are the direct descendants of dinosaurs. And that the chicken was supposedly the closest relative to a T-Rex. I find that kind of funny. Then again, velociraptors were like about the size of chickens. Most people don't know that. They make them like big, badass dinosaurs. Well, after Jurassic Park they did, but... Ah, gimme. Yeah, this is another Super Mario World gimmick. Or New Super Mario Brothers gimmick. Bouncing platforms like this. Huh. I never realized how many level gimmicks from this game was used in New Super Mario Brothers. Also, I'm going to keep low a lot in this level, simply because the fact that there's, like I said earlier, this world has a health expansion in it somewhere, and it's in this level. I remember it was a tree level, so it was under one of the trees. I think it was under one of the trees. Oh, never mind, it's here. This green thing. There we go. As far as I know, I only know of 2 different health expansions. Also, this is very annoying to get unless you do have the turbo button. I'm not sure how the game expects you to get this otherwise. Oh god, I'm so slow when I use my broke technique. Wait, what's that? Okay, I never seen that before. The flower seed just falls down and gives it power. That's interesting. Down the prehistoric elevator we go, I guess. And here we have the next boss, which I don't remember what... Oh, it's this one. This boss was like unnecessarily annoying, if I remember correctly. Or can be. It was like one way I remember that I chayed him relatively easily. I just don't remember how that way was. Okay, so his pointing doesn't indicate where he's going to be next. So I can't use that to my advantage. I choose wrong every time. Against this dorky ninja. Gecko? He just dropped his tail, so yeah, he's a gecko. He has to be. He's not a dinosaur at all. Dun dun dun. Okay, patience. It's important. There we go. Patience. Ah. That was a lot easier than I remember it being. Oh god, he's a stereotype. Of course the Asian is the phony one. You won my heart then. Was the dialogue always that bad in the Japanese, or was that just some dubbing problems? Or not dubbing. Translation, gee. Dubbing in an old game from the 90s.